Fun fact, that day when we went to the beach, there was an alarm in the beach that there's a shark nearby. It was not a great experience in terms of what Australia has to offer in terms of swimming. I got a bit terrified.
What's going on, guys? Today we've been given a very exclusive access to hang out with Stefanos Tsitsipas, a kind of honorary Melburnian ahead of his Australian Open. Is everything that we got up to. So I've just arrived at the tennis courts. I can see some kids over there playing a bit of tennis, and Stefanos is going to go surprise them. I know there are a few fans in the crowd. And then after that, we're going to jump into a little interview about pressure, which is a big part of his career. He's a big advocate for mental health and having fun playing tennis. So let's check that out.
I like when I get to interact with kids like this. It brings back the good old memories of, picking up a tennis racket, getting started with tennis. Why I chose tennis and not soccer? Because I was playing soccer too. Yeah, it keeps it interesting emotionally. I'm feeling like this year is going to be a redefining year, and what I mean by that is I'll have new scripts written on the tennis courts that I want to execute. I want to proceed with as successfully as I can, and I know that the first challenge of the year is going to be the Australian Open. And for me, having those pressure moments, having those moments of doubt or struggle on the tennis court, these are the moments that I actually live for. Tennis as a career is a very demanding career and requires a lot for you to actually make it. It's just a sport, and if you're good at it, you shouldn't have any pressure at it because the results will show. The only thing that you need to commit to is the hard work in order to achieve your dreams. And I just want to give an advice to the kids out there that I want them to stay true to themselves and to write their own journey through whatever they want to do in life. And that doesn't necessarily have to be tennis. It's just that we get inspired through tennis to do other big things in life and to write our own stories.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So we've just wrapped on the interview, and now we're going to head over to the Greek Centre in Melbourne CBD, where he's going to tap into his Greek heritage a little bit. He's going to show us those photography skills, and then I'm going to play a little game with him. We're going to dig into his Instagram a little bit and get some reactions. So let's head over. It's a bit of a mad rush now. He's coming in and out, he's doing a million things. All the Greeks just came to meet him. Adidas has done their stuff, and now it's our turn. So I've been going through my interview questions, and I came up with a genius idea for him. We're gonna ask him to react to his Instagram photos from years ago. I'm an internet sleuth. I've dug through all this stuff. I've dug 10 years back to his first post. We're gonna ask him to react to it because I think that'd be top tier content. So let's dive into the interview. It's almost our turn. Post the ever made. So
That's right.
Explain to us what's happening there.
So this is my tennis club, the place that I grew up in. These are the very first courts that I hit tennis balls at. And this is just the beginning of my journey. That's how I was built as a player in these clay courts. We didn't have hard courts. The clay was the only surface that I had available to play in. And yeah, it brings a lot of nostalgia when I see this video because I very vividly remember all those long practice sessions, my coach putting a lot of emphasis on technique and dedication and discipline and all that. Yeah, that's when I started my Instagram journey. I remember.
I've got some good ones. I've got a couple more if that's all right. I've got, you might have seen. What's happening here?
So that is one of my very first trips to Australia as a junior. I participated this year at the Junior Australian Open. And we had a day off, me and my father, and we decided to go to the beach.
They're pretty long boardies.
Yeah, how do you call those? Boardies?
Boardies, yeah.
Yeah, I found those boardies somewhere in a shop, and fun fact, that day when we went to the beach, there was an alarm in the beach that there's a shark nearby. So it was not a great experience in terms of what Australia has to offer in terms of swimming. I got a bit terrified. That is from Tokyo, Japan. Another day off without practicing that day, where we got the chance to go hit some baseballs in one of those indoor malls in Japan where they have machines throwing balls at you and it's a great release actually. It's a great thing to go and do. Yeah, that's a good feel. So that is from my vacation in Corfu years ago, right after Wimbledon. I had a bit of time off and I decided to go on a short vacation to Corfu, which I haven't been before. For those that don't know, Corfu is an island. Just exploring my own country because I really haven't been to a lot of different islands, and I saw this as an opportunity to go for some exploring. So it was a good one. Thank you.